For most of human history, fishing didn't rely on hooks. Fish were speared, trapped, caught in nets. Fishing was communal, reliable, and focused on survival. Then quietly, a small invention appeared, a curved piece of bone, or shell, or stone, and fishing changed forever. The earliest hooks appeared roughly 20 to 25,000 years ago. They don't arrive suddenly, and they don't arrive everywhere at once. Instead, they appear quietly, in different places at different times, made from whatever material people had available to them. Bone, shell, wood, even carved stone. Some of the earliest hooks weren't even curved. They were straight pieces known as gorges, small sticks tied to a line. When a fish swallowed the bait, the gorge turned sideways in the fish's mouth, lodging in place. Crude by modern standards? Yeah, but effective. Curved hooks came later. They required more precision, more careful carving, and a better understanding of how fish feed. These early hooks were fragile. They broke easily, and they required constant repair. They allowed something that fishing had never really offered before: choice. A single person could now fish alone, quietly, without building traps, without coordinating a group. Fishing no longer required many hands, just patience. And patience, for the first time, became a fishing skill. Hooks didn't replace nets or traps overnight. In fact, for thousands of years, hooks remained a secondary tool, used occasionally but rarely relied on. And the reason is simple: hooks catch one fish at a time. Early societies didn't fish for patience, they fished for volume. Spears, traps, and nets could feed families, villages, and entire groups of people. Hooks couldn't do that. They required bait, strong line, and time. And time was a luxury early humans did not always have. Fishing at this stage wasn't about waiting quietly, it was about certainty. Hooks only began to matter when the world around fishing changed. When populations grew, when access to water became more controlled, when fishing shifted from shared survival to individual effort. Hooks didn't fail because they were ineffective. They waited for a world that was ready for them. Hooks slowed fishing down. A single person could now fish quietly, for long periods, watching water instead of working against it. Observation replacing force. Fishing became reflective. This wasn't just a technological shift, it was a psychological one also. With hooks came specialization. Some people became better anglers than others. Success depended on knowing where fish fed, what they ate, and when they moved. Fishing skills became personal. This is the beginning of fishing as an identity, not just survival. As metalworking advanced, hooks became stronger and smaller. Bronze, iron, eventually steel. Fishing expanded into deeper water, larger fish, and longer lines. Hooks didn't replace nets or traps, they added choice. Hooks gave us independence, skill-based fishing, a personal relationship with water, but something was lost. Fishing was no longer shared survival. It became solitary, quiet, individual. Neither way is better, they're simply different. Hooks didn't invent fishing, they transformed it. They slowed it down, made it personal, made patience essential, and every time a hook is tied today, it continues a story that begins tens of thousands of years ago. So get out there and wet a line and continue the tradition. In the next episode, we'll explore how nets scaled fishing into economies and reshaped where humans lived. Thanks for listening. If you like content like this and fishing history, please follow for more.